In this tutorial we're going to explain user input. So basically what we have been doing is only outputting values we are writing manually. So for example, I want to output hello world, and I just output it like this. Come on, quicker. Sorry, we need system pause. For some reason it got deleted. Okay, so hello world as it is. Or for example, we declare a string called name and we assign it to a certain value. For why not? So we have a string called name and its value is Rick Astley. So now if we say something like your name is, and then we display the value of the name. So your name is Rick Astley. Your name is Rick Astley. Now here we are assigning manually the name. We are writing which name we want to display. But if the user want to use this program, he needs to input his own name. We need to ask him for his own name, and he needs to fill in his name, and we'll print your name as whatever his name is. So, well, how can we do that? First of all, we can declare the variable like this. What we currently have is just an empty variable called name, empty string called name. So if we run it, we will see it just displays your name is and then nothing because it's empty. Now I will draw a little demonstration here for the variable that we have. So this is a container, the variable, and so this variable is called name and it's of type string and it's currently empty. Okay, so what we wanna do is let the user input his own name. So we say we have now the string which is empty. Then we say cin, and we open the operands in an opposite way. So cout for displaying something, cin for inputting. So cin for input, cout for output. Easy. So what we want him to input is his name. So we write something like that. Now what will happen? Let's check it out. And we're still displaying the same thing here. Okay, it's waiting for us to input. So this is the first line it's reading. Then it is here cin name. It's waiting for us to input a name. So now we input Rick, for example, and we hit enter and it says your name is Rick. What happens? First we are here, it was waiting for a name. We wrote Rick. So what happened here? It stored the value Rick inside of the variable name, and then we said cout, so we are printing out your name is and name, which is now storing the value Rick. So this is why it prints out Rick. So let's say we want something else, we want whatever now. So James, your name is James. Let's just print a little statement here. For example, cout, enter your name and L. So now when we run it, we will have enter your name. Your name is Rick. So you'll notice something if you run it many times. For example, now we're going to run it, and for example, if we said Rick Astley, it will give only your name is Rick. Now this will only happen with strings. It's a problem here. We can use something instead of cin. Just for strings, you have to memorize this. It's called, let's just comment this out. If you wanna input whole statements with spaces and everything and keep it stored in the variable, we could write something. Let me delete this first. Okay. Get line and then cin name, whatever the variable. Now it's given an error. That's because getLine belongs to the string library. Now, string library contains many functions which are used on strings, basically. I might explain more about in a separate tutorial, but for now you're gonna need to write here include the string library, and it's not working. Okay, no issues found. It was just slow. So now it understands what the get line is. So as we said, get line now will allow us to write full statements, the full name. So enter your name. Your name is Rick Astley. Perfect. Of course, if you wanna still use name, for example, we could make something like this. Let me comment this. And first enter your name. Now let me copy this. Copy. Enter your family name, and then here, so we want to declare a new variable. Here we want to declare a new variable called string family name is equal to no, it's not equal to anything. We need the user to input it. So here we tell him to input family name, not name. Okay. What we'll write here is enter your names. We enter the name, then enter your family name. Okay, so your name is name. Great. And we copy this. Your family name is what we call it, family name, like this. So if you run it, enter your name Rick, because we are using only CN, it can't understand more than that. Can't understand spaces. Astley, your name is Rick, your family name is Astley. Great, great. And also, of course, you could input numbers and anything in integer format, float format, whatever. Now we're not gonna use them much right now because we haven't discussed operations. I'm going to discuss them in the next tutorial. Operators, operations, whatever. So basically, for example, let's declare an integer called age, and it's empty. Same thing basically here. Not copy cn. For example, age. We need to tell him please enter your age. Okay. For example, cout. Please enter your age. Del. Cn age. Oh, actually, we need to write this above. So we first tell him to enter his name, and he enters his name. Then we tell him to enter his family name, and he enters it. And then we tell him to enter his age after declaring a variable called age, and he enters them. Your name is this, your family name is this, and your age is age. Okay. So now quickly, Rick Astley. Oh, sorry. You can't enter here if you wrote, for example, something that is not an integer. So I write just an integer now. 40. I'm gonna guess. No, your age is 40. Okay. So for example, since now string can store any value, we could write something like this in a string. We could here it's also the family name is also a string, so we can write anything in a string basically. Now age is an integer, so if we wrote text, it will not work. So as you can see, what did I say? Your age is I don't know. Your name is this. Your family name is this, which we wrote here, and your age is just input 0 because it didn't know what the hell is going on. Okay, now one last thing I'm gonna show. For example, if you wanna write the full name of someone like this, without actually having him input his name first and then his family name, you could do something like that. So we need to add both those strings. Now I haven't discussed operators yet. I'm going to discuss them in the next tutorial. I've said this a million times already, but I'm just going to explain this one. So for example, we can say something like string full name is equal to name plus family name. Okay, so here we just want to display the full name variable, which is adding the name and the family name. So sorry, just let's delete this one because we don't no longer need it. Okay, is there an error? Why is it? I don't know. Enter your name Rick, enter your family name Ashley, please enter your age. Your full name is Rick Ashley. Okay, it doesn't have any space. Your age is 69. That's understandable. If you want some space, you're gonna have to input. It's just merging the strings together, adding them together without any spaces. So if you want a space, you could just write a string like this and have it be equal just to a space. So now this works. So it's now taking name plus this space string and then this family name. Again, this is getting boring. I'm bored. Okay, your full name is Rick Astley. Okay, since we set this string, you could also write something like this. For example, string space equal this, and now here, sorry, semicolon after the end of a command, and now we write space. It also works. If we want, we can do white space like this. It works. So Rick Astley, I'm dead. Your full name is Rick space. So it added Rick, the name, plus the space string, plus the family name, which we inputted here, and it just added them together. It's easy. Okay, in case you haven't understood the full program still, I'm going to draw a quick demonstration. So, for example, so basically the name, the space, and the family name are all wrapped in the full name, which is basically adding these. So it's name plus space plus this. Okay, so this is a demonstration of all the variables we have. Now let's run the program and display what actually happens. So first enter your name. We are here and we are going to input the name. It's waiting for the name input. So name, let's say James. So what has happened now is in this empty container called name, which is storing a string, name, the value of name is now James. Enter your family name. So now we have here Bond, and now we are somewhere here. The string called space stores in only space, storing this empty space, and we have the full name, which is equal to James plus the space plus Bond. This is the full name, James plus space plus Bond. because this is what we inputted. Now we're going just to input the age. So age 50. Your full name is James space Bond. Your age is, of course, 50. All what we are saying is your full name is full name, which is James space Bond. Your age is 50. This is what it displayed. Thanks for watching, and the next tutorial I'm going to explain operators. It will be fun. Not really. Okay, bye.